Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. Well, today we're going to bring you a recipe that is budget friendly and is pretty simple and quick to come together for you. It's a one-pot lasagna. A lot of people call it lasagna soup, and you can alter it any way you want to add to make it thicker or thinner to feed more people. If you want to eat it as a soup or you want to eat it as a loose type lasagna. Now, I'm not Italian, and by no means am I saying this is going to beat the recipes of your Italian grannies. This is just old, simple, budget-friendly recipe. So let's get in the kitchen and pull this thing together. So the first thing I'm going to add to the pan is 1 medium onion, diced up. Get that all in there. And we're going to start to cook those down until they get a little cook on them. I've got about a tablespoon of oil in the pan, and I'm going to let these cook for just a little bit and add the hamburger meat to it, the 1 pound of ground hamburger meat. Now to those onions, I've added 1 pound of ground hamburger meat. Now when I use home grown beef that we have processed, it is extra lean, and I have to don't have to worry about draining the fat off after this gets cooked. But I picked up a roll of store-bought hamburger. I'm out of hamburger right now, so I'm having to use store-bought. So this will have to drain the fat off of it before we proceed with the recipe. So I'm just going to cook this down. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to it. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and we don't season real heavy because of the boys. And I'm going to add just a few red pepper flakes. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and if Blade wants more spice, he can add this at the end when he's eating his, and it won't hurt it a bit. But I'm going to put a little bit in there, and then we're just going to let this continue to brown. When it browns and it drains, we'll add our other ingredients. This is a really quick recipe. This is a really quick recipe that comes together relatively cheap, and will help you on nights like tonight that it's rainy and the kids have been fussy. You can hear. So the spices are added. We'll continue to let this cook into brown, and when this is done, we drain the fat off. We'll add our other ingredients. The hamburger has been drained and it's ready, so we'll start adding our other ingredients. First, I'm going to add 1 quart of chicken broth. The original recipe calls for 2 cans, 15-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. I played around with the recipe till I found the consistency that our family liked. You can do the same thing. You could add just the 2 cans. You can add just the 2 cans of diced tomatoes, or you could add all spaghetti sauce. Or you could use plain tomato sauce. Today I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. And I'm going to add a can of spaghetti sauce. So what I have done here is I've taken a box of lasagna noodles and broken them up into pieces. They don't have to be uniform. You see they have different sizes here. And I'm just going to drop it into the pan, to the pot. And I'm going to use this whole box. Now, some use half a box, but I'm going to use the full box. I'm going to use the full box, and that will make for a thicker consistency as well. Think a little bit, so even the little tiny stuff I'm going to drop in there. And all I did was just took the noodles out of the box and broke them up. I'm going to let this come back to a boil. It'll take them about 8 to 10 minutes to soften, and then we'll be able to add our last ingredients. And the last ingredients are cheeses. Okay, so you can see that it's all come together. The noodles are done. It's a little bit thick. Now at this point, if you decided that you wanted it thinner, you could add more sauce, and it would be just fine. Just heat it up, bring it back up to temperature, and it would be just fine. We like it this way, but if we had more people that we needed to feed, we could definitely make this recipe stretch further by adding more liquid. Also, we just eat bowls of this, but to stretch the meal, you could serve a salad, you could serve a side green beans or corn or something like that, and garlic bread or toast, anything to stretch it just a little bit further. So now it's ready for the cheese, and I'm going to add 4 ounces, which is half of a block of cream cheese. So I've got the cream cheese added, and then this is where I told you that you could add grated Parmesan and mozzarella. I'm going to do a cheese blend because this is all about stretching our budgets, and that's what I have on hand is shredded Fiesta blend cheese. And I know that that's Mexican and this is Italian, but I'm going to do it anyways. Shame on me, but I'm going to stretch the budget. And this is as much to your liking too. I'm going to add probably a good cup to a cup and a half of cheese, and when this all melts and comes together, it'll be done. This is what it looks like after all the cheese is melted. You can see how thick it is, the consistency of it. But like I said, you can thin it out by adding more sauce and making it soupier, or you could add more broth and make it lean more towards a soup rather than saucy like this. It's the options are up to you. But just try this and see if you can get it into your weekly rotation or every 2-week rotation, and save some on your budget. Hope it helps, guys. So there you go, a hot, comforting pot of lasagna soup with not very many ingredients, a little bit of time and preparation, something that can fill your family's bellies on a rainy, nasty evening. Until next time, guys, this is Josie. I love you guys. I really do. Keep looking well to the ways of your household. Until next time, we're gone.